Hello, our elders out there. Welcome to this week's edition of Senior Citizens Forum. Senior Citizens Forum is a weekly TV program specifically designed for the elders in the society.
It's Senior Citizens Forum.
This week, we shall focus on the danger inherent in elders' loneliness. Loneliness is a feeling of depression resulting from being alone or from having no compassion. It is equally the condition or state of being alone or having no condition. Loneliness can also be the state of being unfrequented or devoid of human activity.
Loneliness thing is natural. When one is old, unless you are lucky, it's when you don't have this loss of memory. I can easily say that my immediate senior brother to have this loneliness thing, which is accumulated into loss of memory.
Very dangerous loneliness. At times you would like to talk to somebody, nobody is around you. And perhaps I do think some younger men don't like to stay nearer the elderly people. Otherwise, they shouldn't be so lonely as such.
What is loneliness? Loneliness in elderly is not wanting to talk to people, not planning to go out, just trying to be on your own. Maybe you are scared of going out, or you don't want people to know about you. You just want to be on your own due to some attitudes or due to pain. Sometimes loneliness can be developed maybe out of anger, out of shame, out of regrets of your failure in one way or the other. And instead of you resigning to faith, you will be blaming yourself for those things that you have done bad, or for those things that you now realize are not done well. And because of that, you now want to resign yourself and then go back into your shell, which is a no-no to any elderly.
Loneliness can easily lead to frustration, anger, and depression. It can lead to sadness, despair, and emptiness. Being lonely can be very dangerous. It could lead to many kinds of illness and diseases. The most dangerous is the Alzheimer's, which is also known as dementia. How does loneliness come to one's life?
Senior citizens not supposed to retire. They're supposed to carry on whatever the duty they can be able to be doing on their own. Whether maybe you are a civil servant, if you retire, you have to look for one thing or the other doing. Maybe you have a little farm you'll be doing, like animal husbandry, or having a shop, a little shop near your house or inside your house, where you'll be doing one thing or the other. It will make you to be more busy.
In the beginning, God said that it is not good to be lonely. You shall not be alone. Loneliness becomes more fervent and more critical and more destructive in the lives of the elders, because in their youthfulness there is the tendency of vibrancy. As a youth, you will continue to increase the space of your friendship. You go out, you make more friends. But as an elder, there is no more tendency of making more friends. Some of your friends, some of them will die as a result of old age. Some will relocate as a result of old age. Some are quarantined as a result of ailment. You find out that you don't move out so much. And when you don't move out so much, there is the tendency for depression to set in. Melancholy sets in. You don't have anybody to share your problems with, because problem shared is problem solved.
It's not so good to be alone. One living alone without any helper, or you are in a house that you don't have anybody living with you or reside with you or helping you, is very, very bad.
Can cause stroke. It can cause aggressiveness. It causes many bad things. You look on people like they are unfriendly because they don't come near you, and you don't go to them to discuss anything. So loneliness is very dangerous.
The cause of loneliness in elders is if one of the spouse is late and nobody to keep the other partner accompanied, it can bring loneliness. Secondly, separation or divorce. If there is divorce in an elderly person and at the age you attain, you cannot remarry, now that can cause loneliness. Thirdly, if the children, they are away, probably overseas, and they had a new baby, and one of the spouse, especially the mother, can be called to come and do what they call a move, that is to take care of the baby, wherever the children are. It could be in the same town, it could be in the same state. But that absence within that period, if the other partner is an elderly person, they can cause loneliness for the period. And in most cases, some children want to retain their mom.
Téèyàn bá ti dá wà, wàá máa ronú. Tó bá ti ń ronú, láti lè ronú yẹn kò sí nǹkan tí kò lè bring out. Wàá ronú, tó bá ṣe ronú, tó bá ṣe rọyọ kan tán báyìí, wàá tún gbé mi lẹ̀, wàá tún gbé mi bọ̀. Tó bá ní ẹni tó wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́, bóyá ẹ̀dìjọ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ ni, àbí ẹ̀dìjọ́ ṣáàjọ́ ń fà nǹkan kan, kò ní jẹ́ nǹkan tó máa mú ìrònú fún yàn. Wọ́n bá gbà téèyàn bá ti dá wà, nǹkan tí kò yẹ kúrò so kò dáa fún ọmọdé, kò dẹ̀ dáa fún àgbàlagbà.
If you are lonely, it can affect your health. You can be depressed. One will be sad. If you are a lonely person, you will be sad. You will not want to do anything with anybody. Even you will not be able to eat well. It will affect your health. Depression will set in. And then you can be worried, and it will let your health deteriorate.
Depression and anxiety of others by being lonely, cognitive decline, chronic loneliness has been linked to an increased risk of cognitive decline and dementia. Loss of purpose. Loneliness can lead to feelings of isolation. Increased risk of suicidal thoughts. Lonely elderly individuals may be at a higher risk of experiencing suicidal thoughts.
Stress, anxiety, and prolonged moody situation most times contribute to chronic loneliness. It also starts from depression, anxiety, and a high degree of health challenges and mental problems. Emotional and social disconnect also make people to be lonely. Loneliness is very common amongst the elderlies. How then can an elderly person get away from loneliness?
Encourage social connections. 2. Support volunteer work. Encourage elderly individuals to engage in volunteer work, which can provide a sense of purpose and social connection. Provide access to technology. Help elderly individuals access technology such as video conferencing to stay connected and loved ones. Offer counseling and therapy. 5. Create community programs. Develop community programs that bring elderly individuals together, such as senior centers, meal programs, and recreational activities within the community.
If members of your family can be very, very close to you, they should not forget you completely. They should remember that you are there and you are there for them. From time to time, people in the village, their children can bring them out to the town. During this period of recreation, going to watch football, going for wrestling, you find out the type of sports that the old person likes.
They should allow them to walk every evening or every morning along their street. They should encourage them to have friends along their street who are either their age mate or junior ones. By so doing, they will be able to get, how far their parents who are elderly are doing.
By interacting with people, it elongates your life. It makes you feel happy and sensible to every actions within yourself. So when you mix with people, the idea is that it activates every organs of your body system, which is very important in the life of human being.
Kálukú ní kó kọ́kọ́ tọ́jú ara ẹ̀. Tí àgbàlagbà bá ti tọ́jú ara wọn, tí wọn ò fi àyè sílẹ̀ fún ìrònú. Tí ọmọdé náà bá ti tọ́jú ara ẹ̀, tí kò fi àyè sílẹ̀ fún ìrònú. Kò sí ẹ̀dá tó wà láyé tí kò kí ń ṣe àárẹ̀, ṣùgbọ́n níwọ̀nba òun ló máa mọ̀. Níwọ̀nba ìgbà tí èèyàn bá ti fi àyè àwọn nǹkan kọ̀ọ̀kan sílẹ̀. So nǹkan tí ìyá kan lè ní pé bóyá ìjọba lè ṣe fún wa ni pé kí wọ́n jọ àwọn bóyá látara jíjẹ ni o, tí nǹkan tó bá lè ọgbọ́n tó bá lè bá wa rí dá sí tí gbogbo àwọn nǹkan yẹn tó fi máa jẹ́ ìrọ̀rùn fún yàn. Látara táwọn nǹkan yẹn náà bá ti jẹ́ ìrọ̀rùn fún yàn, ìrònú kò máa mọ níwọ̀n.
That is the essence, one of the objectives of Senior Citizen Association of Nigeria. We don't want our elderly to die with loneliness. We don't want them to die sad. We don't want them to live a very bad life at their old age. We want to push away all those healthy hazards that we normally see in elderly. Dementia, amnesia, loneliness, suicide. We don't want it. You need to socialize with other people. You need to go out. You need to live a life that will let other people come to you. Let younger ones appreciate you. You need to change your mindset. If you know you are not getting happy within yourself or within your area, try as much as possible to change your mindset. Be good to people so that they can be good to you in return. Live a happy life with other people. Accommodate people so that they too will love to come near you. Let people help you. Don't just be on your own. Don't resign to whatever situation. And don't regret anything. Whatever mistakes you have made when you were agile, if it needs you to make restitution, please do it in time. And where it cannot be done, let's go. Be close to your God in prayers. Whichever religion or whichever faith you proclaim, make sure you are honest with your God. Because at your old age, you need people surrounding you. And that is why it is a rule within the Senior Citizen Association. You must make a friend at every meeting of your group. At the end of the year, you would have gotten at least 8 to 10 new friends that you can relate with, that are your peers and you can open up to.
Since one is alive, one should be grateful to God Almighty and be happy all the time. An elder should not see himself or herself as a failure. An elder should not see himself or herself as being abandoned. Rather, such elder should move on with his or her life. An elder should move on with good friends and family and should not allow evil thoughts to play in his or her mind. An elder should be cheerful always and be amongst those cracking jokes where he or she can laugh his or herself out and be happy. In fact, laughter, they say, is the best tonic for the elderly.
If government can help, they can start now doing what they are seeing in other countries, that they are building old home, and the old men, the old senior citizens will be taken care of. Like as I'm saying, people as they are doing women whatever, this in youth, whatever, and on and on. They still put elders or senior citizens in the budget that these citizens, the senior citizens, supposed to be taken care of. No, that not once they resign to go and die. No, they still live to teach the young ones what they do.
Unfortunately, the government is not giving us any helping hand in this perspective, because assuming there is a recreation center where the elders can meet and interact with each other, in any local government, that will give us a sense of activities, sense of belonging, sense of reasoning.
Even the president is not a young man, he's an elderly person. And we've been advocating this for many years. If young people can have a ministry, if women can have a ministry, if youth can have a ministry, I think it is improper that we leave our elderly people without special care.
Elders, please relate well with your old colleagues, old students, friends, neighbors, and those who will amuse you. Elders should not allow any sorrowful occurrence to bother his or her mind. They should be friendly with their grandchildren. They should tell them stories of old, sing along with them, and in relating with them, always they should come down to their level. Elders should visit their peers, colleagues, and friends. Elders should not stay at home idle. Rather, they should engage themselves in some activities. It could be religious, community, or social. Elders should talk more, laugh more, and socialize to prevent loss of memory.
From that loneliness, they can start misbehaving. The brain is not working as usual. They'll enter into depression. From depression, they will start having memory loss, all because they are lonely. Everything is not about food. Everything is not about money, but they need to be kept. They need to be surrounded by people, by companions. They need to be talked to.
It's not just socializing sometimes. You can read, you listen to radio, listen to television, and just get yourself busy. Keep yourself busy. So if you're busy, you have something doing at every time. Then when you sleep is like you are resetting.
I've seen the wonderful thing the National Orientation Agency is doing. Maybe if they can create an advert that will give our children, our friends, the ability to know that they should interact every time with our elderly people, the better. That they should encourage the elderly people, invite them to occasions, and come to them, give them gifts, let them laugh, and give their advice to the children every time. With that will save this loss of memory thing.
Dementia occur especially when you are lonely in any situations. Because the brain, according to research, that when you are above 60, your brain is supposed to be more active than when you are young. So, and when you are alone in any particular environment, there's no way you can activate your brain. If you mix with a lot of people, you interact, you discuss, you laugh, you joke, you meet with your old friends, you discuss, you pass events, which will bring laughter. That will activate the brain system of your body. So, without all those things, loneliness can kill. Without all those things, your brain and every organs of your body will not be activated.
It's very common, amongst our elders, and even some of our elders, they have gone just because of that. Some of them got lost. You know, they just leave their homes and they don't know, you know, where how to find their way back again.
Disease is a degenerative disease.
Alzheimer's,
yes.
Called dementia now.
Yeah, it is a cause of dementia. It manifests as dementia.
Okay.
It is a degenerative disease of the brain.
So
usually, in the fifth, sixth, or seventh decade, it sets in. And what that happens is that the person has what we call loss of memory. Like you rightly mentioned, somebody suffering from Alzheimer's disease may leave the home and may not
know his way back. Yes.
And then you may start wondering about, then they don't pay attention to their dressing, and that kind of thing. And in our culture, very often, more often than not, such a person or such a woman, maybe it's a woman,
maybe it's a woman,
as
a witch.
And the next thing is, the children start running, instead of seeking medical help, they start running away from her. She's stigmatized. Some people might even stone her to death.
They will stone her because they will say she's a witch.
There was one Baba that has this disease. The Baba, what will happen is that he has an account. He goes to the bank and he doesn't need money. We just withdraw 50,000 naira and come and put it under his what's it called? Pillow in the house.
Okay. Talking about that's another one again. We'll come back to that. Alzheimer's, you know, that now developed into dementia. Now, how can we get out of this, sir?
Well,
if we see somebody like this, how can we help such a person?
Then such a person should be taken to a medical facility where appropriate tests and examinations will be carried out, and the relatives will be enlightened as to how to help such a person.
Our dearest elders, please don't allow loneliness to finish you, but be the one to conquer the loneliness.
A Senior Citizens Forum.
Senior Citizens Forum, a special weekly program on Lagos television that addresses the joy and the various challenges of the elderly.
The children that you call in the neighborhood, maybe when you want to do something on your phone, make sure that there are people that are trustworthy in character. Even if you have grandchildren or you have children, wait for the child that you can trust.
The only way you can know whether you have hypertension or not is to measure your blood pressure.
The health policies need to be reviewed to help the senior citizens.
For its sponsorship and advert placement, please contact the LTV Marketing Department or send SMS or call 0802 328 5359 or 0801 3888 1703. Senior Citizens Forum is shown on LTV. Insurance companies, pension fund managers, healthcare providers, pharmaceutical companies, as well as telecommunications network providers are free to sponsor the program or advertise their products at moderate rates.
Yet another edition of Senior Citizens Forum on your dialing station.
That's all for this week. Join us next week, Thursday, for another interesting edition.
These people have worked so hard. They are the senior citizens. They are the pensioners, and they deserve their affection. They have wisdom. They have the passion. They have vision. They should be encouraged even at their old age. They've worked for years. Let's pay their pension. Let's pay their pension.